Hey, what's going on, everybody? Gemini here. Hope everybody's having a terrific day. I got something new that I want to start experimenting with, and I'm going to be telling you a little story of mine, which is a 100% true story. Some of you might know, and something that I have stated before, that I've been gaming since the early 1980s, 1986 or 1987 to be exact. So I've had many different consoles, and I've been through many different controllers in my life. At one point, I was stuck on the PS2 for quite some time. So I played many different games on the PS2, from shooters, from racing games to RPGs. And a lot of times I used to play for a few hours straight. I think my longest marathon was 18 hours one day. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I took breaks, to go to the bathroom and eat. I probably was eating while I was playing. So, I don't know, I just have one of those addictive personalities. So, playing for, I don't know, a certain amount of hours, your hands do start to sweat. So, days went by and my hands continued to sweat while, you're holding the controller, your hands get clammy, and after a while they do start to sweat. So I started thinking maybe they have a controller out there with, I don't know, fans inside of them where they can keep your hands cool and stop them from getting clammy or even sweating. So I looked for a controller if they had something like that on the market, which they didn't. And this was around, I don't know, 2001, 2002, where there still wasn't anything out on the market for such a controller. So I decided to make my own. I had about, I don't know, three, four PS2 controllers. So I opened one up and made myself a prototype. I used a grinder with a thin blade to cut some slots on the side of the controller, where the portion of the controller rests on your palms. And then I bought these two tiny fans and hot glued them to the inside of the controller. And then I had a friend of mine who was really handy with electronics, and he wired it for me, and also installed a switch so you can turn it on and off. And it worked. This thing worked well. It kept my hands cool. It stopped them from sweating, and I used it for quite some time. So maybe another year, year and a half went by, and I was still using it. Then I really got to thinking. I'm like, what if I patent this? Because it still wasn't out in the market. Well, at least I didn't think it was. So I called up a company where I could be able to patent this. And they set up an interview with me so I could present my, well, it's not an invention because the controller's already invented. Pretty much it's a modification. So I did. I came to the day and I did went for the interview, and I brought in my controller and drawings. I had somebody else draw the prototype for me. Actually, it was my ex-girlfriend. She was pretty good at art. So she put together some side views and that stuff. And before the interview, they have you signing a waiver just saying that they won't abuse your invention or modification, blah, 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 so on and so forth. I mean, that day was, I felt really disappointed in myself because I got there 2 months late before this thing got patented by somebody else. I had this idea, God, at least 3 years, but I never did anything about it. I just, I put it on the back burner and it just, I don't know, it kind of went to waste. But the point of this story is, if you guys have something, I mean, it could be anything in life that you are not sure of or are scared of the outcome, I mean, go for it. Whatever it is that you have in mind, just go for it. Because if you don't at least try, you won't know what the outcome is of the final result. If I didn't hold back, maybe today I would be, I don't know, I'm not going to say happier or anything, but let me tell you, I could have a big pocket full of cash right now, but whatever, that's not really important either. What's important is that you go for it, what you have in mind. Don't hold back. It could be something simple. Maybe you're scared to approach a girl. Who knows? I'm just using this as an example. But if you don't approach her, you don't know what will happen. The worst that can happen is that she'll reject you. Okay, so what? You move on. There's going to be a lot of girls out there that are going to interest you. So that first one, so what? You got rejected. You move on to the next. Maybe it was meant for a reason. I believe that everything happens for a reason. And maybe me not being able to go forward with my project a little sooner, 2 months sooner, maybe it happened for a reason. Who knows? But anyways, guys, I might do more of these stories. Depends on the feedback. If you guys like this, just random stories in my life, and which I don't mind sharing with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to everybody soon. Take care, everyone. Peace.